hide away the light, to keep the winter from the edges of the night. But the cotton's turned to iron, and the feathers turn to leaf, and I'm pinned beneath the memories in the middle of the bed. I used to think that safety was a fabric in a fold, but now I'm just a prisoner of the bitter and the cold. It's a fabric made of maybe, and a lining made of white, woven from the echoes of a long and slow goodbye. The more I try to kick it off, the tighter it will wrap, like a velvet-covered version of a rusted metal trap. Oh, loneliness is a heavy blanket, soaking in the rain, wrapping up the sorrow and holding in the pain. It's too thick to breathe through, too wide to cast aside, a dark and dusty mountain where I'm supposed to hide. I'm warm enough to suffer, but I'm too weighed down to run beneath the heavy blanket that's blotting out the sun. There's a scent of your old perfume in the fibers of the weave, a ghost of every reason that you finally had to leave. I'm tangled in the shadows of the person I became, tracing every thread that spells the letters of your name. The room is getting smaller, or the quilt is getting vast, stitching up the present with the needles of the past. It's pressing on my chest, it's stealing all my rest, a comfort that's a curse, making every heartbeat worse. I'm drowning in the soft, I'm sinking in the deep, the kind of heavy burden that never lets you sleep. Sorrow and holding in the pain. It's too thick to breathe through, too wide to cast aside, a dark and dusty mountain where I'm supposed to hide. Just stay under, just stay still. If the weight doesn't break me, the silence surely will. So heavy, so wet, so warm. The shadows are tall, and they're starting to lean over the spaces where we used to be seen. I'm walking through hallways, trailing my hand on the wallpaper flowers we carefully planned. But the glow in the kitchen is flickering low, like it's tired of waiting for a reason to show. I've been the keeper, the watchman, the flame, spending my nights just protecting your name. But my fingers are blistered, my spirit is thin, and the dark is an ocean that's rushing on in. And I'm watching the last light out, the end of the day, watching the colors turn to ash and to gray. There's no more oil in the lamp on the stand, just the ghost of a warmth I can't feel in my head. I'm standing in the doorway, heart split in two, turning the last light out on the memory of you. The bulb in the porch gave a final sharp pop, like it knew that the heart had to finally stop. Now the streetlights are mocking, so steady and bright, while I'm losing my way in my own house tonight. I used to find you in the amber and gold. Now I'm just feeling for walls in the cold. Don't ask me to fix it, don't ask me to stay. I've run out of matches to give us away. The fuse has been blown and the circuit is dead. I'm living in silence, I'm sleeping in lead. Yeah, I'm watching the day started, the end of the day, watching the colors turn to ash and to gray. There's no more oil in the lamp on the stand, just the ghost of a warmth I can't feel in my head. I'm standing in the doorway, heart split in two, turning the last light out on the memory of you. There it is, the perfect dark. No more heat, no more spark. I'm finally blind, and I'm finally free. Good night to the us that used to be. I'm looking at the Polaroid tucked inside my coat, but the edges are all yellowed like a long forgotten note. The sunlight hit the silver, or the chemicals went wrong. Now the features are all drifting like the lyrics to a song. I can almost feel the laughter, I can almost smell the rain, but I'm staring at a phantom, a smudge upon the grain. I try to sketch the jawline, I try to trace the eyes, but the pencil just goes hollow and the memory just dies. It's like looking through a window and the steam is on the glass, watching every detail of your spirit slowly pass. And now you're just a face without a name, a ghost inside the frame, a flickering of someone that I can't quite reclaim. I know I face without a name. I saw someone in the city with a jacket just like yours, and for a second all the locks fell off the heavy doors. I ran to catch the shadow, I reached out for the sleeve, desperate for a reason to finally believe. But they turned around and looked at me with eyes I'd never seen. Just another hollow space where forever should have been. Are you losing me too? In the dark of your mind, is my image getting thin? Is it harder to find? We're just two drifting clouds in a world made of gray, dissolving a little more every single day. Yeah, you're just a face without a name, a ghost inside the frame, a flickering of someone that I can't quite reclaim. Would go. Who are you? Who was I? Just a blur against the sky. I'm losing the light. To be able to draw you in the dark, trace the curve of your shoulder, find the smallest mark. I knew the way your mouth moved when you weren't quite sure, and the specific kind of shadow that you cast across the floor. But today I tried to find you in the back of my mind, and the edges are all frayed and the vision is unkind. It's like a watercolor left out in the pouring rain. The colors start to bleed and the pigment starts to drain. I'm reaching for the charcoal, I'm reaching for quiet name today? Was it the green of the ocean or the blue of the bay? And was your laughter a hollow or a ringing sound? I'm digging through the attic, but there's nothing to be found. Just a smudge on the window, just a mist in the air. I know you were certain, I know you were there. Stay sharp, don't fade, don't let the ghost be the thing that we made. But the more that I look, the less that I see. You're becoming a blur, just like me. Yeah, I'm losing the lines, I'm losing the frame, I'm forgetting the way that the light hits your name. The silhouette is drifting, the focus is gone, like a dream that gets thin at the break of the dawn. Just a sketch with no ink, faster than a heart. Can't even think, the page is getting blank, the borders are gone. I'm losing you, line by line. I went back to the coffee shop on 4th and Main. I sat in the steam and I watched for the rain. I looked for your reflection in the glass of the door, like 100 times and 1,000 before. I even checked the books that we used to share, looking for a thumbprint or a strand of your hair. My heart is a compass with a broken needle, chasing a ghost that's becoming too fetal. I'm retracing our steps till the soles of my shoes are worn down to nothing by the things that I lose. And I tried to find you in the crowd tonight, in the flickering pulse of the city light. I tried to find you in the scent of the pine, in the middle of a prayer and a bottle of wine. But the world is a map that's been folded all wrong, and I'm looking for a person who's been gone too long. Yeah, I tried to find you, but you're nowhere to be found. I called your old number just to hear the machine, to catch the vibration of the spaces between. I went to the park where the grass is all dead and repeated the things that you haven't yet said. I'm a scavenger hunting for a scrap of a spark in the hollowed out rooms and the deep of the dark. Are you under the floor? Are you up in the clouds? Are you hiding in the static of the radio crowds? I'm screaming your name at the edge of the sea, but the only thing coming is the echo of me. I forgot to look where you actually went away. I was just so quiet, I can hear the walls breathe, watching the ghost of you start to take leave. I'm lying so still on the cold side of the sheet, listening to the engine of a slow, steady defeat. It's a rhythmic thud, like a fist on a door, asking for someone who doesn't live here anymore. It's the only clock left, but I can't unplug. A heavy hollow echo underneath the rug. I wanted to soften, I wanted to cease, but it's a stubborn machine that won't give me peace. And it's just the heartbreaks crawling in my dark, a lonely little hanger looking for a spark. Pipe for the story, two for the dawn, a metronome of misery carrying me on. 'Cause the loudest thing in this empty house, a line driven in the chest of a mouse, yeah. It's just a heartbeat, won't let me go. I put my hand in my chest just to make it be still, but you can't stop a river with the drop of your will. It's counting the seconds since you walked out the gate, a mechanical witness to the weight of my fate. It doesn't care that the sky has turned black, it just keeps on pushing with no way to turn back. Thump, 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 it's the sound of a life that I'm forced to endure. A relentless to my own, and there isn't a cure. It's a traitor in our ribs, it's a spy in my side, keeping me awake while I'm trying to hide. It's just a heartbeat, drumming in the dark, a lonely little heart looking for a spark. One for the story, two for the gone, a metronome of misery carrying me on, still beating, why still beating goodbye. The house is so quiet, still beating, The clouds are hanging heavy like they're bruised and overfilled, the kind of gray that settles when the laughter has been killed. I'm sitting by the window, forehead pressed against the pane, listening to the cold metallic rhythmic of the rain. It's tapping on the glass like it's trying to get through, to tell me all the secrets that I already knew about you. It's not a gentle shower, and it's not a summer mist. It's 1,000 tiny hammers on the things that don't exist. It's washing out the driveway, it's drowning out the street, and keeping perfect timing with a heart that skipped a beat. Oh, the rhythm of the rain is a lonely kind of sound, like a million silver tears just hitting on the ground. It's a cadence for the hollow, it's a gospel for the ghost, a song for the one who's been losing the most. It won't stop the drumming, it won't let me be. The rhythmic of the rain is just the morning of me. I remember how we listened when the storms began to break, back when every thunderclap was a chance for us to wake. Now the gutter's overflowing with the debris of the year, and the downspout is a hollow throat that's choking on a fear. Every drop is like a never, every splash is like a was. The sky is doing exactly what a broken spirit does. And drip for the silence, drop for the pain, a river in the hallway, a flood in my brain. It's soaking through the floorboards, it's rising to my knees. God, someone tell the sky to have mercy on me, please. The alarm clock didn't know that it was supposed to stay still. It screamed at 7 a.m. against its own mechanical will. I reached across the desert of the Egyptian cotton sheet, but the only thing I found was the absence of your heat. The shower's running hot, but I'm shivering in the steam, waiting for the real to turn back into the dream. The coffee's far too bitter when I'm brewing it for one, and the kitchen feels like a winter even with the morning sun. I'm practicing my breathing like it's something I might forget, in a house that hasn't realized that you've left it yet. And it's a long, hollow echo in the space where you stood. I'm trying to be okay, I'm trying to be good, but the I feel so lonely without the we and the us, like a city that's been abandoned to the wind and the rust. Every sunset is a needle, every morning is a bruise, in a world that kept on moving while I had everything to lose. It's just me without you. I saw a movie trailer that I knew you'd wanna see, and I turned to tell you Friday, but there's no one next to me. The silence in the car is like a passenger of lead, repeating every single thing we never got to get said. I'm a ghost in my own body, I'm a stranger in my skin, looking for the exit of the state that I am in. They say that time is a healer, they say the wound will turn to a scar, but they don't know how heavy the empty spaces are. It's the nothing that's the loudest, it's the never that's the deep, it's the promise that you made but you didn't get to keep. And it's a long, hollow echo in the space where you stood. I'm trying to be okay, I'm trying to be good, but the I feels so lonely without the we and the us, like a city that's been abandoned to the wind and the west. Without you, the air is thin. Without you, the dark winds, I'm still here. Running away. Without you, without you. I saw a shadow flicker on the wall across the street, and for a second I forgot about the distance and defeat. It was a certain kind of lead, a heavy-hearted stride that looked just like the version of the man you used to hide. I stood frozen on the corner, letting all the traffic pass, searching for a ghost inside the shifting of the glass. It's the rhythm of your spirit, it's the tempo it through the floor in a specific way. You'd hesitate before you'd hit the door. The way you walk is haunting me, a cadence in the dark, leaving footprints on my spirit, leaving every kind of mark. Not quite running from the fire, not quite heading for the light, just a steady lonely motion in the middle of the night. I'm a prisoner of the pavement, I'm a student of the light, watching the way you walk away from everything that's mine. You had a weird dragging, just a little on the right, as if you carried everything you'd gathered in the night. A slight and subtle swagger, or a stumble in the splash that could break the heavy silence of a winter morning hush. Now I'm staring at the sidewalk, tracing patterns in the stone, learning how the concrete feels. We're walking all alone. Left foot, the promise, right foot, the lie, left foot, the hello, right foot, goodbye. It's a language made of movement, it's a poem made of dust, and I'm the only one left reading it in the wreckage and the rust. Yeah, the way you walk is haunting me, a cadence in the dark, leaving footprints on my spirit, leaving every kind of mark. Not quite running for the fire, not quite heading for the light, just a steady lonely notion in the middle of the night. I see you in the distance, but it's never really you, just the ghost of a rhythm that I'm still clinging to. Keep walking, stay on, I'm staying. Silence. The sun hit the canyon in that way you always loved, like a secret kept for us from the heavens up above. I reached for my camera, I turned to call your name, but the wind was the only thing that answered through the frame. It's a beautiful day, it's a cruel and perfect blue, and it feels like a betrayal to be seeing it without you. I'm holding on to conversations we didn't get to finish, watching every hope I had start to slowly diminish. The world is a stage with a spotlight on the floor, but the lid is in the wings and won't be coming out no more. And I wish you were here just to see the way it looks, better than the movies, better than the books. I wish you were here to tell me I'm okay, to chase the heavy shadows of the never far away. It's a jagged kind of hollow, it's a sharp and lonely fear. God, I'd trade it all tomorrow. I just wish you were here. I'm sitting at the table where we used to talk for hours. Now I'm just a witness to the dying of the flowers. The clock is still ticking, which feels like an insult to a heart that's still reeling from the gravity's result. I see you in the doorway, in the corner of my eye, but it's just the way the curtains catch the light as it goes by. I tell you about my day, I tell you that I'm scared, I tell you all the secrets that we never would have shared. I'm shouting at the silence, I'm pleading with the air, but the only thing I'm finding is that you're something it dare. Yeah, I wish you were here just to see the way it looks, better than the movies, better than the books. I wish you were here to tell me I'm okay, to chase the heavy shadows of the never far away. Right next to me, in the passenger seat, just a breath away from making me complete. I'm still waiting, I'm still here. I just wish you were too. I was a satellite drifting in the black, following a hollow and a predictable track. I had my orbited and I had my cold moon. I thought the silence was my only tune. Then you entered the room like a sudden sun, and every calculation I'd made was undone. It wasn't a spark and it wasn't a flame, it was the atoms of the air whispering your name. The ground didn't shake, no, the ground disappeared, and I felt the arrival of the thing I most feared. It was gravity at first sight, a heavy holy pull, making the empty parts of me suddenly feel full. I didn't fall for you, I was drawn to your core like a wave that finally found the shore. Forget the lightning, forget the bolt from the blue. It was just the weight of the world leading me to you. just turned your head, and I felt the vibration of everything unsaid. The anchor was dropped and the tether was tied. I had nowhere to run and I had nowhere to hide. You're the center of the map, you're the north on the dial. I'm a permanent resident of your crooked little spot. Some people call it fated, some people call it chance, but I call it the physics of a long-distance glance. I'm leaning into you, I'm staying in your light, because nothing else matters when the pull is this right. Gravity at first sight, a heavy holy pull, making the empty parts of me suddenly feel full. I didn't fall for you, I was drawn to your core like a wave that finally found the shore. Just the pull of the heart. Gravity. The blue light of morning is crawling up the wall. The city's still a whisper, barely there at all. I hear the kitchen hum, the clink of a spoon, a private little rhythm in the middle of the room. I'm tangled in the sheets, just watching you move in that effortless way that you've got nothing to prove. You're wearing my old shirt, the one with a tear, with the sleep in your eyes and the mess in your hair. And the house starts to wake with the scent of the bean, the dark and the bitter and the space in between. I don't need the sunrise to tell me it's day, I just need to watch how you're looking my way. Oh, it's the first cup of coffee and the first look at you, the only two things that I know to be true before the world rushes in with its noise and its light. We're holding the remnants of the peace of the night. It's a ceramic heaven, it's a porcelain grace, finding my soul in the lines of your face. Yeah, the best part of living is waking up free with the first cup of coffee and you next to me. Just touch a small bit of magic that doesn't cost much. We don't have to speak, we don't have to try. We're just two tired sailors under a kitchen light sky. The steam clouds your glasses, you laugh at the blur, and I'm more certain of us than I ever once were. The news on the screen says the world is a mess, but I'm finding my peace in the folds of your dress. The emails can wait, the phone can just ring. I wouldn't trade this for any grand thing. Just the heat in my hands and the heart in my chest. In the quietest hour, we're at our best. You, the only two things that I know to be true before the world rushes in with its noise and its light. We're holding the remnants of the peace of the night. Take a sip, stay a while, stay a while. I could live forever in the curve of that smile. Just us and the morning, just us and the brew. First cup, last love. I used to hold my breath like I was waiting for a crash, counting out my heartbeats like I was spending all my cash. The world was a vacuum, thin and cold and gray, and I was just a ghost trying to find a way to stay. Then you pulled back the curtains and you opened up the door, and I realized I'd never really taken a breath before. It's a chemical reaction, it's a biological fact that I was losing focus until I felt your impact. And now lungs are expanding, now the blood is running bright, because you brought the atmosphere back into the night. Oxygen and you, that's all I'm needing now, to keep the spirit steady and to cool the fevered brow. One fills the body and the other fills the soul. Together you're the only thing that's keeping me whole. I don't need the riches, I don't need the view, just a steady supply of oxygen in you. It's the way you're always there, even when the room is dark. A silent, invisible, life-giving spark. I don't have to ask for it, I don't have to pray. You're just the natural element that gets me through the day. When the pressure starts to rise and the city starts to choke, you're the clarity I find inside the mirrors and the smoke. I was sinking in the deep, I was running out of time, but you're the high altitude that I finally get to climb. Every inhale, peace, every exhale, grace, finding my survival in the light of your face. One fills the body close the curtains on the traffic and the neon glare, and pull the heavy silence like a ribbon through my hair. The day was long and jagged, full of colors I don't choose, but now I'm at the border where I've got nothing to lose. I sink into the velvet, let the gravity let go, heading for the theater where the only film I know is playing on the eyelids in a soft and silver hue. I'm just clearing out the wreckage so I can get to you. It's a secret architecture, it's a city made of mist, where we can find the moments that the daylight might have missed. No clocks upon the mantle, no shadows on the floor, just the version of forever that I'm always looking for. And I dream about you in the deep and quiet blue, where the impossible is easy and the ancient is the new. I don't need a pillow and I don't need a bed to find the way you're living in the garden of my head. The sun can take the morning, the world can have its due, but my favorite place to be is when I dream about you. We're walking on the water, we're dancing in the rain, without the weight of worry or the echo of a pain. You say the things I'm thinking before I speak a word, the most beautiful connection that the silence ever heard. And even when I'm sleeping, I can feel your steady hand guiding me through canyons in a shifting golden land. I'm a traveler of the night, I'm a pilot of the dark, searching for the orbit of your solitary spark. And if I never woke up, if the stars forgot to set, I'd be happy in the always of the places we haven't met. Yeah, I dream about you in the deep and quiet blue, where the impossible is easy and the ancient is the new. I don't need a pillow and I don't need a bed to find the way you're living in the garden of my head. Sleep tight, stay near, the world is over there, but you are right here in the dream, in the light. Good night, my love. Good night, my love. Good night. Out the winter howl and the windows start to shake, let the city thunder till the pavement starts to break. I've got everything I'm needing in this little patch of thread, a cotton woven kingdom at the center of the bed. The shadows on the ceiling are just dancers in a play, while we're hiding from the morning and the coming of the day. It's a fabric barricade, it's a linen-lined retreat, where the only news that matters is the rhythm of our feet. The world is getting louder, but the air in here is still caught between the always memories and the everything we will. Under the same blanket, in a world of our own, we're building up the temple that the street has never known. Your skin against my skin is the only map I need, tracing every promise and the secrets that we leave. Safe from every storm, sheltered from the cold, writing out a story that never will grow old. Yeah, the universe is quiet and the light is getting dim, under the same blanket where the soul begins to swim. I can hear your heartbeat like a drum against my side, the perfect little place where a restless heart can hide. No more heavy lifting, no more running for the prize, just the amber and the honey in the center of your eyes. We're tangled in the fibers, we're woven and weave in a sanctuary moment that I never want to leave. It's a soft revolution, quiet kind of war, protecting what we have behind a closed up door. We don't need the fire, we don't need the sun, 'cause under this horizon we've already won. Don't move, nothing left to fight, nothing left to prove. Wrapped up tight in the middle of the night. Another candles have burned down to rivers of wax, and the world outside is starting to relax. You haven't said a word for an hour or more, I'm just watching the shadows creep under the door. But I'm not leaning in, and I'm not asking why. they move through your eye. I've memorized the map, I've studied the code of every quiet mile on this long, winding road. It's a frequency higher than a whisper or a shout, the kind of knowing that we never have to doubt. I'm listening to the things that you're keeping inside, with my heart as the anchor and my soul as the guide. And I'm decoding your silence, line by line, finding the gold in the depths of the mine. I don't need a sentence, I don't need a phrase to find my way home through the thick of the haze. Your stillness is a poem, your quiet is a prayer, and I'll sit here forever, just breathing your air, devoted to the secret that only we know, in the space where the words never needed to go. A flicker of a lash, a shift in your hand, is a language that only a heart can understand. I see the I love you in the way that you lean, in the beautiful static of the spaces between. You don't have to perform, you don't have to speak. I can find all the strength in the way you are weak. It's a master class in peace, it's a seminar in trust, turning the noise of the world into dust. Let the others talk, let the others scream. We're the only ones awake inside of this dream. I'm a scholar of your spirit, I'm a student of your soul, and the less that you say, the more I feel whole. Silence, line by line, finding the gold in the depths of the mine. I don't need a sentence, I don't need a phrase to find my way home through the thick of the haze. I hear you, I feel you in the hush, in the blue. I'm right here, translating the light, decoding your silence all night. I don't static rising underneath my skin. It's not a physical touch, not a hand upon my arm. It's a deeper kind of shelter, a different kind of charm. Before we ever met, before the world began its turn, there was a signature within me that was waiting here to burn. It's a pattern in the spirit, it's a world inside the light, a map of every star that's ever guided us through night. I'm a canvas for your kindness, I'm a witness to your grace, and I carry your impression in the most hidden place. Oh, it's a soul's fingerprint, unique and divine. The way your very essence has tangled up with mine. Beyond the touch of silver, beyond the reach of gold, it's the only story that my heart has ever told. An invisible mark, a permanent trace that time and the tide can never erase. I'm wearing your love like a seal, like a tin, deep in the curve of the soul's fingerprint. You've rewritten the rhythm of the way I used to breathe, stitching up the places where I used to want to leave. I see your influence in the way I view the rain, and the way I find the mercy in the middle of the pain. It's an intimate braille that I'm learning how to read, fulfilling every hunger, planting every seed. Pressure and heat, spirit and bone, I'm never again completely alone. You've pressed your identity into my core until I don't know where I am anymore. And I love it that way, yeah, I love it that way. Oh, it's the soul's fingerprint, unique and divine. The way your very essence has tangled up with mine. Beyond the touch of silver, beyond the reach of gold, it's the only story that my heart has ever told. Identified, verified in the deepest part, I've got nothing to hide. It's your mark, it's your light, the soul's fingerprint holding me tight. The sun gave up the ghost about an hour ago, leaving us this amber soft and rhythmic glow. I struck a single match and watched the darkness retreat to the corners of the room like a dog at our feet. Now the walls are breathing with a life of their own, in a language of light that we've always known. The electric world is humming But in here, there is nowhere for a heart to go and hide. Just the wick and the wax and the way that you lean, creating the shapes in the spaces between. Oh, we're dancing in the shadows and the candlelight, holding back the heavy hollow curtain of the night. Every flicker is a promise, every shadow is a grace. I'm finding my direction in the contour of your face. It's a fragile kind of fire, it's a sacred kind of heat, where the spirit and the body finally get to meet. Just us and the ghosts of the things we got right, lost in the shadows and the stretching halfway up the wall, making you a giant, making me feel small. But when you reach across the table and you take my hand, I'm the only one who truly knows the way the flame is fanned. The smoke is rising upward in a slow and silver curl, a temporary border from the chaos of the world. Don't turn on the lamps, don't open the blinds, let the world stay blind to the treasure it finds in the blur of the glow, in the depth of the dark. We're the only ones carrying the spark. Shadows in the candlelight, holding back the heavy hollow curtain of the night. Every flicker is a promise, every shadow is a grace. I'm finding my direction in the contour of your face. Let it burn low, let it go out. I know who you are, without a shadow of a doubt. I looked up at the ceiling of the high and lonely night, a billion silver pinpricks of a long departed light. They say the void is infinite, they say the dark is deep, a place where all the echoes of the lonely spirits sleep. But I saw a river flowing through the center of the black, a shimmering celestial and unforgotten track. It wasn't just a cluster or a random drift of gas. It was a bridge of stardust that I knew I had to pass. It's the roadmap of the ancient, it's the compass of the soul, the only part of heaven that can make a person whole. I'm a traveler of the vacuum, I'm a pilot of the blue, and I'm following the current that's leading me to you. solar wind and cold. I'm chasing down the story that the galaxies have told. You're the gravity that pulls me, you're the center of the wheel, the only thing in all of space that's permanent and real. Yeah, I'm riding on the starlight, on the Milky Way's path to you. They tell me I am small, just a speck upon a grain, but I feel like a giant with your blood inside my vein. The constellations shift and the planets change their tune, but you're the constant rhythm of my sun and of my moon. Every nebula is pulsing with a secret that we share. I can feel your vibration in the thin and frozen air. Beyond the belt of Orion, past the rings of the red, I'm following the whispers of the things we never said. It's a cosmic intersection, it's a grand galactic design, that the furthest star in heaven would lead your heart to mine. Ooh, it's the Milky Way's path to you, a ribbon in the dark, a trail of burning diamonds and a solitary spark across the light years and the silence, through the solar wind and cold. I'm chasing down the story that the galaxies have told. Coming home through the dust, through the starlight and the trust. I see your light in the distance. I'm like a distant, I'm almost there. I'm taken to a shoebox full of glossies and a map, trying to remember where my younger head was at. There's a boy in a denim jacket standing by the sea. He looks a lot like someone, but he doesn't look like me. He's got a restless kind of hunger, a shadow in his grin, waiting for a story that he's ready to begin. I wanna reach into the paper, I wanna tell him then that the once upon a time is finally coming round again. Because the colors were all faded and the edges were all torn in the quiet dusty seasons before our love was born. I was just a collection of the places I had been, but you're the first forever that I've ever let in. And it's old photos, but a brand new love, the kind of grace I never thought I'd be the owner of. I look at who I was just waiting for you of a brand new love, a brand new life with you. Close the bus, turn the page, coming of heart and coming of age. I'm so glad I was him, because he left